We're up here on Friday. Sorry for the technical difficulties we had. My card reader on the computer wasn't working, so as opposed to doing a voiceover, we figured we'd just come up here, do a new video, and I'll walk you through it as we go. It's going to be easy because the workers are off right now, so there's no noise, no saws, no hammering. So let's go through. We're halfway up your parking area. This is a cut right here that Luis Hernandez, Mauricio's dad, along with their engineer, feels like we would probably need to put a small retention wall. And again, that's going to be something that they're going to do at cost. Then if you look here below me, we're going to have to address a couple areas here as well. That's going to have to be some type of retention. We can try to do as much as we possibly can through planting and inexpensive methods. But then down at the base, we also may run a real small one. And this is actually an area right now that I've got the topographers were here this week, and we marked the base of the hill where your property line stops, so that way we put whatever wall we put down there, it goes in the exact right position so it's not on the public road. So that's following this line here. So there's going to be a couple of small retention walls that are going to come out of this, which I had always anticipated as happening. Remember when we were going through the bid process. But this is where they will be, and they're going to be at cost. So plus the percentage that it cost plus, as we agreed with LHC. Behind me here is where you're going to have the steps coming up from the driveway. If you remember in the original drawings that Olivier did, he had the steps coming all the way from down at the street level, which at this point really does not, and I spoke to you a little bit about this on the phone, it doesn't make sense to have stairs coming up from the street when the parking area is going to be here. So the parking is just going to be a series of steps. It would be a heck of a lot less expensive than what he had proposed down there. And he didn't have those in his plans. It was just a conceptual drawing that he did for the steps. So the real steps are going to be here. And I don't think you're going to need more than 5 or 6. So you come up from this parking area. This whole area here is being redefined. They've got to, as you can see, they backfilled this because they were having some erosion. But this is where the entry is going to be. The foundation for this is actually being made right here, where they're putting the wall, and they're in the process of pouring a foundation for the corner of your front terrace on the first floor at the entry. I'm kind of behind the laundry area here. There's going to be a wall here in the future. This is there's an exterior area here where we're going to create, this is where the steps that we were discussing that are going to go up here to access the pool, so you don't have to go through the main living area at night or whenever if you wanted to access it directly from the driveway. All that's going to be here. This wall basically goes to the edge of your pool, which you can see the structure for is being started right there, and we're going to head up that way. Walk through the downstairs. This is the front terrace area. This is the spot where I just showed you where they were doing the foundation work, so they're still pouring this in right now. The pool was just over to that, where I just showed you the pool steps was over on that side. So essentially right now we're going to walk through the front door and down into the downstairs living space. Here's the bedrooms coming up on the left-hand side. Staircase is going to be here on the right where you see this light coming in. This is where you're going to have your stairs. And then out here, there's this small terrace space that's in the plans. That'll be out here. So this area right here we would want to basically make into some type of a garden. You do have a wall here. We're trying to avoid having to put any type of retention here. This isn't real bad. You can see the slope's fairly natural. You get a little bit of a cut around the corner. But this whole area behind this wall is what's being backfilled. We're going to go up onto the second story now, and I'm going to explain to you how that works. Beth, we're up on the second story. You can see behind me you've got an amazing view. Pretty awesome. It's actually a little bit more than 180 degrees. It's all the way from there to there. So, I mean, it's a big view. In the dry season, you'll see even more. Things have really greened up, so we've got a lot of these trees have leaves in them. In the dry season, you're going to see even more water. So, anyway, they just did the pour of this floor up here. So this is the first time that you'll be able to see this. Underneath this, they had put all the pre-tensed beams and all the floor structure. So this is the first time they've actually poured on top of that. Over on this side, as we go out onto the terrace, this is your pool area. So over here you're going to have your barbecue space. There's going to be a roof here that comes out. The pool, you'll walk out to the pool. The decking goes all the way over there to that wall. There's the pool. The infinity edge basin falls over right there. Now, on this side, this is what I was talking to you about when I was talking about the backfilling. This whole area used to be about 10 feet down from where it is now. They've backfilled this and compacted it. This was a straight wall, a sheer cut that went about 10 feet further down all the way to the base of the first level. So it's been backfilled. Once the staircase gets put in, they're going to backfill it all the way to this level where your terrace level is. So there'll be about 6 feet or so of still pretty steep drop off, and they're going to rake that down a little bit more to make it less steep, and then they're going to put what's called geotextile, which is translates directly as geotextile. It's a cloth fabric that is resistant to sun and is used for retention, and you can plant on top of it. Plants grow through it, so the root system can go through both sides of it, and it holds dirt in place. So that's the plan for any remaining part of this wall that they think is steep. They'll put that on it to reduce all risk of any kind of a landslide or anything like that. I was mentioning to you earlier about the geotextile fabric. This is it right here. They've got it on the back wall, creating a membrane between the backfill that they're putting in and your concrete. So this is creating a protective layer for the actual concrete of the home, just to give it some added protection. The concrete already has sealant in it, but this is just an extra step that LHC is doing, and it's a good thing to have. Front part of your terrace, your upper terrace, Beth, this is the area where the tree that was removed was. Just so you're aware, I know that you saw that we were having to remove a couple trees. One was right here, and it was interfering with the edge of this terrace, and they were also worried about the roof line that was going to come off here. It's possible that we're going to probably lose this tree as well, because it's going to be hanging over the house and the roof. Actually, a couple of them. We're probably going to get rid of those. They don't really provide anything except for leaves that are going to end up in your gutters, so big chance that we're going to get rid of those. Kitchen right now, Beth. So I was here last week meeting with Luis and Alonso, which is Mauricio's brother, the engineer, and Olivier's assistant. We were going through exactly the setup for all of the specifications in the wall. This wall shares all of the plumbing and electric with the bathroom, so we were making sure that all of this was being done correctly. This is where your island's going to be, right here. You can see all these installations are also already here. And as they start to complete this wall, once they get up to the top of these metal beams that you see here, that's when your roof's going to go on. In the master bedroom upstairs, you've got your bathroom area behind me here. It's the same plumbing that ran through, that's all connected underneath the floor between the kitchen wall and the bedroom floor over to the bathroom wall. It's going to be here. This entire line is a mix of plumbing ventilation, electrical conduit, and water lines coming in and out to either the toilet or the sinks. So that's what you're seeing here. So this whole space is bathroom. This whole open space that you see here is bedroom. That's it for now, Beth. I'll be back up here next week with when the crew's back on the ground here. Mauricio, Luis, Alonso, I'll be meeting with them throughout the week, and we'll give you another update. But I'm glad that I was able to give you this walkthrough, explaining things as we go. If you have questions, fire away. Anything I don't know the answer to, I'll get for you early next week. So I hope to talk to you soon, and have a good weekend.